Affordable Arting with Miss Beach. Find out how you can use the toys laying around your house to make art.
Hi! So, today we're going to do some really cool art with just stuff lying around your house or stuff that you can find very cheaply at places like Dollar Tree or Walmart, okay? So you're going to need a few things. You're going to need a big roll of paper. This one I got at Dollar Tree, which is pretty cool. It was $1 and I can roll it out and it's really nice. It's big and brown and it's perfect to make big drawings on. So you can get that if you want at Dollar Tree, or if you have some old wrapping paper lying around your house, you could use that if you flip it over. Make sure you ask your parents first though. It's a nice white background. Sometimes they're slippery and sometimes they're not. I found the ones that are not slippery are better. This one has grid lines on it. That works too. I just flip it over if it's the type that nobody wants anymore or something like that. It's great. You're gonna need some heavy duty tape. This is packaging tape, which is that thick clear tape. And this is duct tape. Either one will work. If you're using regular tape, it might be too weak. If you don't have tape, you might be able to use rubber bands. Rubber bands will work just as well. Scissors if you're going to cut the thick tape. You're going to need something that makes a mark. So markers or crayons or Sharpies or pencils or pens, anything that can make a mark. And last but not least, you need a toy. This is my dino toy. Wait till you see what we're gonna do.
Setting up your space. You need to think about using a space in your house that isn't a place that will upset anyone if you're using it. You might want to set up extra paper so if you go over, you can draw on the paper and not your table. But what I'm doing right now is cutting a piece of tape. I cut it halfway, zip, and then I stop, put my hand underneath, and pull. That way I don't lose the end of the tape. Isn't that so frustrating when you can't find the end of the tape? That's my little trick. And I fold over a corner or stick it on the side of the table so that I can find it. Now I have my one little piece of tape. I'm going to roll out my wrapping paper that nobody else wants, and I'll put it on the table exactly where I want it and use that tape to stop the edges from curling over. Then I'm going to go to the other side and I'll cut. Oh, I still have some edges curling over. I better get those. So here's my trick again. Cut halfway, stop, hold the bottom and pull. Fold the corner over so I don't lose the edge. Now I can use that to tape down those curled up edges. Halfway. Whoop, it dropped. That's okay. I can still catch the edge, turn the corner. Fold over there. Perfect. Now I need to cut it off the roll so that way I can use the roll for something else and it's not in my way when I'm making. So I'll just take my scissors and I'll cut all the way down the edge. Be careful I don't cut towards my fingers. Always know where your other hand is. Because the paper's been rolled up for so long, it has a natural want to go back to being in a roll. But that's why we tape it down. And that way, you'll be ready to play and have a good time making art. And it won't get away from you. I like to tape the middle first to really hold it down, and then the two corners. I need one more piece of tape to make that other corner work. Also, keep in mind you need all your art supplies near you. So on the table I've got my other tape, I've got my markers and things like that. Here we go. Let's make some art, huh?
Okay, time to work with my tools. We're gonna practice with some mark making tools today. My dinosaur fell on the floor. I couldn't find him, but here he is. Now, alone, the dinosaur is so fun to play with. Roar! But if you add an art supply to your toy, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be a dinosaur. That could be really fun. Now, I like to try different tapes. I'm gonna try the duct tape now. Oops, I left my scissors up here. And I'm just going to take a piece, stretch it long, and then cut halfway. I might need my parents' help with this. Only halfway, and then I can take my fingers and pull the rest of the way, and that way I won't lose the end of the tape. I just bend over a little corner, and that way it's easy to find. Okay? Now I'm gonna take some tool for art. Could be a marker, could be a pencil. And I'm going to take the lid off if it's a marker and hold it to my dinosaur so that the marker and the dinosaur are standing up straight and right next to each other. And I'm gonna use this really sticky tape to put it on my dinosaur, just like that. And your dinosaur is an artist. Ready? And just like that, your dinosaur can make marks on your paper. Now you can make your dinosaur walk in a wavy line. You could make your dinosaur do all sorts of crazy things. If you want your dinosaur to get angry, you can make dots on your paper. Be careful though, if you're using a marker, if you press too hard, you can ruin the end. Watch out, scissors. Now, that's really fun. And I've used duct tape to make that stick on good. The rougher you are with your art supplies, the more likely it is to fly off. So you want to use something super sticky. Now I said before, you could use rubber bands or even packing tape. So let's see, dinosaur, do you want a friend? Hey! I use packing tape on this football player. And he's not only gonna score a touchdown with a football, but with his red crown in his other arm. Okay, so crowns could do a different type of mark. And I can use both hands. And it's so fun because it's abstract. If you want to sit here and try to draw something like specific to, you can. Like I want him to draw a circle or a triangle. But if I just want to get up and do some crazy lines, like they're having a party, and make my art abstract, it is so fun. You're gonna love it. All with my toys. Now notice I'm using hard plastic toys. They're easier. If you're using something soft, you might accidentally get the ink on your toys. Hey dinosaur, you want a friend? Rawr! How about this guy? Now you can see I tried using regular masking tape, but it was too weak. So instead I wrapped a rubber band around him so it would work better. Now it doesn't touch, so I have to make this guy fall over to draw. Oh man, he's so sleepy. Such a sleepy dinosaur. Rawr! Well, that was pretty fun. Maybe all the dinosaur friends want to come play. Rawr! Hello. Hi guys. So, if you have more than one toy at home, you can do it with all sorts of colors. Just be careful that you don't go too far off the edge of the paper, because you may make a big mess. Hey, this is so fun. We're having an art party. Now, the great thing about art is mark making, when you make a mark on the paper, is really fun. Now, you can just do this and have a great time making marks. Hey, Sully, you want to join the team? Yes, Miss Peach. I'm going to do little lines. Good job, Sully. That's really fun. But what about dun, 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 the Hawk? Hey, everybody! I'm gonna make him break dance. Silly, I know. So silly. So this is just a fun thing you can do. You can even do it with your little brothers or sisters if you have any. But it's kind of just a way to make art without pressure. And look, it didn't cost me a lot of money. I already had all these toys. And I had markers because I'm in an art room. But like I said, you could use anything that makes a mark. If you're using washable markers, be aware of your clothes though, because look, it got on my finger when I accidentally touched a puddle. So I might want to wear some art clothes when I do this project because it's a little messy. Also, it's a little messy, so you might want to cover the whole table if you have a big enough paper. Or ask your parents or guardians, where's a good place for you to do this project that won't mess up anything in the house? Always ask first, okay? But you can have a great time. Now, if you're a little older watching this, you can do this because it's just fun. I'm a grown-up and I had a great time doing it. Or, if you want to do this to get started, stop and then say to yourself, well, that looks like a tree. And go back in with other crowns, not on any toys, and color in the rest of it like this. You can. Keep in mind that shiny wrapping paper is not great with markers. So if it looks a little shiny, you might want to just use permanent markers. Maybe that might work, but I probably wouldn't do that for a messy project. Or pencils or pens. I picked a doll paper because I knew I was going to use markers and it would work. But it still takes a second for these to dry. Watch. Here comes the Hulk! Now I'll move the Hulk out of the way. Oh, that's fun. And then I'll take my hand, I'll show you. Look, it's smeared on my hand. It wasn't totally dry, and I did that really slow. Let's try again. Hulk. Hulk like art. Miss Beach, great art teacher, makes art fun. Thank you, Hulk. See, it's wet. It's on my hands and I smeared it. So if you're playing and you drag your hand across it, you could end up with a green arm if you're using the color green. So I like to keep my hand raised up high when I'm playing, and it works out really great. This is just a fun way to play with lines and colors. What could you make? Have a good time and use your toys in an unexpected way. Remember, if you're posting this, I can't wait to see what you make. But use JGB Art as your hashtag.
Well, here it is, my art party with all my toys. Can't wait to see yours. Bye, my friends.